Shout out Redzone In the Lab podcast.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's Benjamin St. Jude, DB for the Washington Commanders. I want to give a big shout out to Redzone In the Lab podcast.
Yo, what's up? All right, man. I see you. I see you. My bad. Went to lunch a little late. How you doing, Carlito? What's up, man? How you feeling? You feeling all right? What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling today? How's work going? School going? You just at home chilling? How's all of that going? Doing good, man. Hanging tight. Had some shrimp and broccoli for lunch. What you had? What y'all had for lunch out there, man? What y'all had for lunch, man? Talk to me. What y'all had for lunch, man? Oh man. All right. Welcome to the Double Nickel Cafe. Today we are discussing Jeremy Chinn. Jeremy Chinn. How y'all feel about Jeremy Chinn? How y'all feeling about Jeremy Chinn, man? What's up, shirt? You got the notification? Cool. I love it. Turkey Club for Carlito. Yes, sir. Everyone else that's watching, man, turn them notifications, man. Please. Hit them notifications. Looks like we lost our first coach. Special teams coach. Assistant. My bad. Assistant special teams coach. John Glenn. He's going to be the linebackers coach for the Raiders. With Pete Carroll. He was there with Pete Carroll for about 6-7 years when Pete Carroll was in Seattle. So we lost an assistant special teams coach to be a linebackers coach. So I'm not sure, man. Like that kind of came out of nowhere. We know Brian Johnson has took some interviews for OC, Tavita Pritchett, David Blau. So we haven't heard anything yet from any of those guys. We know Newmark was in the GM search, but he's coming back. Cliff withdrew his name from head coaching opportunity. So we just wait to see, man. Another couple of weeks, we should be good. We should be locked in, man. Shout out to Ace 30 on YouTube. For the video, man. He does a lot of work for us. This is his plays for Chinn on YouTube. It's going to be in the description below, so you can check it out. It's more to it. He does a heck of a job, man. Shout out to Ace 30. All right, Jeremy Chinn, man. Let's talk about Jeremy Chinn. For those that know, remember Jeremy Chinn was second to Chase Young for defensive rookie of the year. He had a heck of a rookie year. Then he had, a couple good years, and then he he had some injuries last year. So we signed him to a 1-year deal, 1-year prove it deal. Let's look at his numbers. I like Chinn. I think he has some good games for us. Let me pull it up. I think he has some real good games for us, man. Uh, I don't know how you guys feel about him, but let's pull his numbers up. How attractive is our front office to other coaches to fill those? I think very attractive. I think very, very attractive, to be honest. I mean, I think it's a hot destination for players, coaches, front office. So I think we'll be able to fill those roles fairly easy. And then it's an assistant special teams coach. So I don't know if we'll be hiring or promoting someone from within to fill that role or going out to get someone to fill that role. But I'm sure there's some type of relationship somewhere to bring somebody in for that role. All right, let's look over defense, man. I'm getting a lot of notifications about tight ends, man. A lot. All right, here we go. So, like, remember I told you we talked about him having some injuries, throughout his career. Um, his first 2 years was pretty good, stayed pretty healthy. The next 2 years, he was oft injured. This past year, he played every game. He played every no, did he miss one game? Let me see. Yeah, he played every game. So he had 1,020 snaps. And for to compare that, last year with the Panthers, he had 285 snaps. So that lets you know. And these are some PFF numbers. 69 percent for overall defense. His run grade 72.2, tackling 73.8, pass rush 58.9, coverage 66.2. He had 2 sacks, 3 hurries this year. He had 81 tackles, which is a really good number. He had 81 tackles, 35 stops. So basically, 35 stops. He was targeted 46 times for 36 catches, 78%, 351 yards, 9.6 average. He had 4 touchdowns scored on him. He had 1 interception, 3 pass breakups. And he lines up pretty well across the defense. Check these numbers out. Defensive line. So basically, defensive line mean that he probably was like blitzing on the edge or something like that. Or where he aligned, right? Pre-snap. 81 times. 81 times. I think that's a fairly good number for Chinn. So when we thinking about his numbers and what he was able to contribute, his performance, let's go with some strengths. He's a pretty good tackler, right? He has some misses. I think on the season he had let's see. He had 10 missed tackles, according to PFF. He had 10 missed tackles. The playoffs, he had a real big missed tackle. We all know the first round with Saquon, he had a missed tackle. But for the most part, I think he's a good tackler. I think he's good and run support. He's very average when it comes to coverage. I think he's more fit with covering tight ends than running backs. Um, he doesn't play the free safety spot well enough because a lot of times, we have we got two cover high, we have one cover high. We kind of alternate a lot. Sometimes you'll see Chinn at free and you'll see Quan up depending on the coverage. I never liked him there when that happened. I'd rather have him close to the line of scrimmage, around the line of scrimmage all the time. And this is where the whole Quan thing comes into place, about me wanting him to be around the line of scrimmage more than Chinn. So there's a conflict right there for me, when it comes to re-signing Chinn. I'd rather have um, Quan in the slot, right? I'd rather have Quan in the slot and Igbo as a depth piece behind Quan. But if that's the case, then you can keep Chinn as strong safety. But if they like Igbo enough, because I think he did a heck of a job. We're going to talk about him probably next week. We're going to grade him. I think he did a heck of a job, especially under the circumstances. But for Chinn, if they decide to keep Igbo at slot, I'd rather have Quan Martin play strong safety if that's what they're going to do. I think he covers better. I trust him against tight ends. And let me see I'm not sure how tall Quan Martin is, because Chinn is pretty tall. Like Chinn is pretty tall. He's 6'3". I don't think Quan is that tall. That's the only issue with Quan Martin playing strong safety. He's 6 feet, right? So that's kind of small to be playing strong safety, for Quan Martin. But I just think he's just so much better around the line of scrimmage. But then we have Chinn, which is 6'3". I think he's the one out of all of the 1-year deal guys that will demand multi-year contract. That's going to kind of get around the market for whatever that position is, because he played really well at that position. I think another year under Witt, he will be better. But the only thing I have with Chinn is just his coverage. Let me see. Carlito says bring back Chinn. I think he was pretty solid. I agree. I agree. Hey Kim, I wonder who will get as a linebacker coach. We didn't lose a linebacker coach, Kim. We lost assistant special teams coach who went to go be a linebackers coach for the Raiders. So assistant special teams coach is what he was. Radar, what's good? How you feeling? Chinn was solid, but me personally, I'm cool with them not signing him and upgrading. I will resign Igbo, but have him as a backup and move Mikey back in the slot. See, man, Radar kind of differs. He wants to put Mikey back in the slot and draft the corner. I'm cool with that too, but I'm also cool with leaving Mikey out there. Because he's a dog and he played really well. And I know he'll be really well, but you want your best 11 out there. So my only thing with Chinn is I'm just not there yet. I just don't know, like the Quan Martin situation. Like I don't want Quan Martin at free safety. I'd rather have him in the slot. But if you have him in the slot, you get Chinn at strong safety, and you go get you a free safety. Vito sent me the kid from the Raiders, a true free safety from the Raiders, and I know we got a couple in the draft that I've been told about. So I'm looking to see how they want to do that, because I'm kind of conflicted, right? Because I think when we look at our team and what we have now, the slot position is good. The slot position is good, right? You got 3 players that can play that slot position, right? when it comes to strong safety, you really only have Chinn. And we could talk about Tyler Owens, but I'm talking about what we know. We just don't know what Tyler Owens is or what he's going to be. So we really can't bring him into the equation, right? But that's all we have, right? We're not bringing back Defoe. Percy is not it. So slot corner, we got three strong players for slot. The boundary, we only got two, right? Regardless how you feel about Marshawn, you got Marshawn, you got Mikey, and Mikey is taking up two spots. And at free safety, we have Quan Martin, and that's it, right? So you have your safety position is Quan Martin and Chinn, right? But I'd rather have Quan Martin close to the line of scrimmage. So really, the only thing that's kind of stamped between all three of these different guys is Chinn at strong safety. He can't play free. He can't play slot. So that position, that position right there is kind of specifically focusing on Chinn, right? Even though, I wouldn't play Quan right there because he just like doesn't have that height. Tight ends could be 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and that's a matchup nightmare. But that's why I think Chinn is so important to this team, and I think he'll be re-signed, is because we just don't have anything else. If he leaves, that creates another hole. Yes, like the video. Appreciate you, Belante. Chinn can come back. I need enough to safety though. But I do like the flexibility we have with Quan, Mikey, Igbo. Right, like that's what exactly. Like those three guys, we have to bring Igbo back. You bring Igbo back, you definitely have something cooking with all three of these dudes. And they may even extend Quan. It depends. I don't know. But like I think the slot corner position is a set position for this team. The slot corner. I don't think we're going to draft anyone for the slot. I don't think we're going to sign free agent for the slot. I don't think we're going to do competition there. But the question is because if you keep Mikey on the if you keep Mikey on the boundary, you resign, you got Igbo. Right? If you move Mikey to the slot, then you got Igbo as a depth piece. Right? Or you keep Mikey in boundary, put Quan at slot, you got Igbo as a depth piece. The only way you're probably looking to sign someone at slot is if you keep Mikey on the boundary and you keep Igbo at slot. Then you need competition. Not so much competition, but then you need a body there. You're going to need a body there. Because just thinking about it, man, like who was Mikey? Who was Igbo's backup? Right? Like, I don't know. I guess they probably would have put Quan down and Defoe and Percy at free safety. But yeah, I mean, you got Dominique Hampton. You got Tyler Owens, Dominique Hampton. But you just don't know what they are, right? Depending on what they see at camp, a lot of stuff we wasn't able to see because they wasn't on the field. We know Hampton played. I think he played the whole year, right? On special teams. I know he was hurt at the beginning of the year. Tyler Owens, he played the whole year on special teams. But we don't know what they are outside of that. Maybe they do, right? So if they don't make those type of moves in the offseason, then maybe one of those guys they looking to develop, they have developed where they wanted them to develop over this past year, and they ready to kind of get them more involved in the defense, which is good. So I'm really I'm not too concerned though, but strong safety with Chinn, I'm okay bringing Chinn back. They move Hampton to linebacker, Belante. But yeah, but it could be that big nickel type thing. Where he could play strong safety in the box type. Quan at slot is the move and keeping Mikey Lattimore on the outside. And I agree with putting Chinn at strong safety. So I think if we have Mikey Lattimore, we have Mikey Lattimore, we have Quan Igbo backing him up. We got Chinn at strong safety. And then we have a hole and need at free safety. Right? Yeah, man. Like I think that's I think that's how we do it. I think that's how we do it. So if we do it like that, so like just kind of looking at it, right? If we keep it like that, Lattimore, Mikey, Quan, Igbo backing him up, and then Chinn, right? And then that's pretty much it, right? I mean, you got Tyler Owens, like I said, you got Dominique Hammond. We really can't count them, right? Because they didn't play last year. I mean, they played special teams, but they didn't play, right? So you got two cornerbacks, you got two slots, you got one strong safety, and you got no free safety. That's some holes, man, because you need and as far as let's just look at it as like a priority, a need type thing, right? Um, cornerback is a need, right? Because you need a starting caliber cornerback. So it could be late day 2 or early day 3. You're going to need that cornerback. Or you can trade for a cornerback. I know a lot of us are looking at different people to trade for, or sign a cornerback. But either way, you need a starting caliber cornerback, not so much to start, but to compete and be ready to go. And to me, that's a top 100 pick. And that's the first wave of free agency for those cornerbacks. The slot, I think you're good. You may draft one late, undrafted guy, maybe sign somebody in free agency, but I think that's a third wave free agency type. Strong safety. I think they're going to lock Quinn up for between 3 to 5 years, something like that. So I don't think they're going to sign one. If they do sign a strong safety, it'll probably be second wave of free agency. If they draft one, it might be undrafted or somebody late, or it could be Tyler Owens. Now, free safety is the highest priority of everything that we have in the backfield. So, that's what we need to fill, and I think that's high priority day 1. Not day 1, day 2, early day 3, safety or a first wave of free agency safety. But let's get back to Chinn. Chinn did really well, man. I like Chinn. I like his attitude. I like how he developed over the course of the year. He got better over the course of the year. He started out struggling as everyone did, trying to learn his defense. Witt dialed it back, as he said, made it a little more simpler. So they gave everyone opportunity to catch up to where he was. And he got better throughout the course of the year. Right. He made some big plays, man. He made some big plays. He had some big stops. My only one thing is his coverage. I want his coverage to get a little better, but he may just be who he is there. This is going to be his 6th year in the league. He's not a horrible coverage guy. I think he's average, right? Against the better guys, it is what it is. But that's like what, 6, 7 tight ends, maybe. Everyone else, I think he's good. I think he could cover them. He's done good with bigger wide receivers, in a sense. Bigger tight ends. What I mean by bigger wide receivers, tight ends that play wide receiver, like the Kyle Pitts of the world. I think he did a really good job with Kyle Pitts out on the boundary. But our safety play in general needs to be better, because when he's at free safety, people be getting behind him. Like, bro, I don't understand how, even if the cornerback gets beat, the safety is always trailing or their angle is bad. As a safety, a free safety, you're taught that nothing gets behind you. You're taught that from elementary Pop Warner, Little League. You're the last line of defense. Nothing gets behind you. But for some reason, our safeties always letting people behind them. But that's a different issue. So for me, man, I mean, what y'all think about Chinn, man? For me, I'm giving Chinn a B. I'm giving him a B. I think he can get better. I think he's earned a contract extension. I would love for him to come back with us. I think he can flourish in Witt's defense another year within it, a full off season with the playbook. So I'm giving him a B. Chin up. I'm grading you with a B. I like Chinn. I don't know what that contract will look like, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. What about you guys? What you all? And I flirted with B minus too. I did. I flirted with B minus, but I think I gave it a straight B because of his tackling. Um, him being okay in coverage. You seeing the development and him getting better throughout the year. He has some big plays for us. I think he's a big hitter. All of those things. So that's why I was like B. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at B minus at all. Let's look at Spot Track real quick. Let's see what some safeties are making. Here's some safeties are making across the league. Oh, let's look at Chinn's projected. Let's see what Chinn's projection is. Let's see. Yeah, some big hits, man. I like Chinn. If he doesn't cause too much, resign. Just hope he not looking for a super bag. I agree with you. Who else in the cafe today? Like, who else? Let me see some of y'all grades. What y'all taking? What y'all thinking? What y'all taking? What y'all thinking? What's the need a better safety? Yeah, a lot of people is talking about him. Yep, a lot of people is talking about him. But that's what I want. I want a free safety, man. I want a true ball hawk free safety. I do. All right, so this year he played 1 year, $4 million. So His market value is 3 years, 18 million. That'll be the 11th highest paid safety. So that's compared to Darnell Savage. We got 3 year, 21 million. Donovan Wilson got 3 year, 21. Kayvon Wallace got 1 year, 1.5. Marcus Epps got 2 at 12 years. All age 26 and 127. And Jeremy Chinn will be 27 in February. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with 3-year deal, $18 million, $6 million a year. I'm okay with that. How y'all okay with that? Give him $6 million a year. I mean, he made $4 million this year. You'll give him a bonus. It'll probably be, 3 year 18, maybe $10 million bonus. 8 to $10 million bonus, something like that, I think. But I think that's a pretty good deal, man. I think that's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I would love Hufanga, but I wonder, I don't know about Chinn moving the linebacker. I don't know. I think he's a strong safety. I think that's where they want to play him at. I'll be surprised if they asked him to do that in a contract year. I think he'll probably leave. I think he's still young enough to, and like he like I said, man, he might not be the best coverage strong safety, but he does a pretty good job. He does an okay job. People just don't be leaving him in the dust. I know he got beat a couple times, a couple touchdowns scored on him, but for who he is, for the most part, I think he does pretty good. I don't think he's to the point where you need to ask him to play linebacker. I don't think he's there. How did Hufanga look after the injury? I know Radar keeps a good eye on him. Not a bad one. Cheddar box. Yeah, I want him in the box. I want him to stay in the box. When he used to be out there at free safety, I was like, oh no, please no. Yeah, man. So I think he did pretty good. So that's where I'm at. I'm at a B. I would look to give him 6 year. 3 year, $18 million. Somewhere probably $8 to $10 million signing bonus, and I'm good with Chinn at strong safety. Okay, cool. And he's talking about Ufanga. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. We will be back Monday. Today is Friday, so we will be back Monday. I think this is pretty good. The Double Nickel Cafe. Chopping it up during a lunch break. What y'all eat for lunch, man? Some people say what they ate for lunch. But we'll be back Monday, somewhere between 11 to 1:30, 30, 35 minutes, somewhere within that time period. We're going to have some guests on next week. I'm excited about that. Talk about the senior bowl, Shrine Bowl, some players, some positions that we might be looking at. So I am excited about that. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for coming through. See, Poster King, hey, what do you guys think about the wide receiver Higgins for Iowa State? I don't think Peter pays $2 or $30 million. I don't know, man. The whole thing about the big wide receiver thing, I get it. I just need you to play big. And he does. I mean, he plays small, big. He's the full package, man. T. Higgins is the full package. I wouldn't be mad. I think Terry gets an extension. Actually, I think the extension will help out the cap. depending on how much bonus money. And it depends. Let's see how much money Harris is willing to put out, especially with that run that we made. I'm sure he would be looking to put out. He was never really stingy, even with the Sixers. So I'm looking forward to that. But look, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Just remember, and see, your boy a hitter, man. Remember, ignore negativity, embrace positivity.